Hi, I am Claudina and I'm going to facilitate you through this unit standard. The unit standard is called Describe and Apply the Management Functions of an Organization. Unit standard number 14667. The specific outcomes of this unit standard are as follows. 1. Describe the management activities involved in running a successful business. Explain the basic activities involved in the management process. Identify and explain some of the tasks required of managers. Apply the decision-making process to make a management decision. And lastly, apply the general management functions to a selected organization. Let's discuss management activities. Planning, for instance, will involve planning of your staff, planning of processes, even as simple as planning a meeting. Organizing is the next function you can look at. Organizing is how am I going to organize all the activities that I've just planned. How am I going to organize my teams? How am I going to organize my processes to get to the end product? And how am I going to organize my resources in my organization to best reach my goals? I've already mentioned staffing. You also, as a manager, will have to look at leading and controlling functions. By leading people, you have to ensure that they are following company procedures. Controlling, for example, will be to ensure that the quality of our products are up to standard. A typical business has three resources. There's the human resource, there's the financial resource, and there's the physical resource. Physical resources, for example, will be marketing, information technology, and production. Your leadership style forms an important part of your management. Take Nelson Mandela, for instance. He had a democratic leadership style. Hitler, on the other hand, had an autocratic leadership style. Another two types of leadership styles can be free-reigning, where everybody is free to do what they want, or it can be controlling, where everybody is suppressed. There's a very fine line between responsibility and accountability. Let's look at responsibility. I am responsible for the success of my team. On the other hand, management holds me accountable for the results of my team. The next slide is the very essence of this unit standard, and I would like to spend time and focus on this in a little bit more detail. Let's look at the main points of a supervisor. As a supervisor, you have to hire the correct people for the job. Make sure that you spend time on your interviewing processes. You would like to hire the correct people so that they can fit in with the company ethics and possibly self-starters. Orientation and training is another responsibility of a supervisor, to make sure that your staff get trained and get upskilled, as well as going through a well-thought induction program. Delegation of work is also a supervisor's function. Giving the right task to the right person and keep them accountable and responsible for that. As a supervisor, to be able to evaluate performance, you should have a good evaluation system in place. Rewarding your staff will be a great benefit to you. You also have to resolve complaints, discipline and dismiss employees, and lastly, don't be afraid to commit to other activities that comes your way. Another important task for a manager is making decisions. There's a simple process to follow in making decisions. First we have to do is identify what the problem is and then find alternative solutions. We need to then assess which is the best alternative solution to use. The tricky part is to choose the right alternative solution and then to do it or implement it. Review the decision to see if it was the best solution. But at the end of the day, that decision stays your responsibility. Open communication and trustworthiness are expected of you as a manager. Telling the truth. Do what you say you're going to do. Be consistent in your actions and model what you expect from others. Let's look at the term delegation. That is to share responsibility. As a manager, it's one of the most difficult things to do is to delegate and give away your control. But by doing that, you actually show your team members and co-workers that you trust them. You as a manager also have the unfortunate task of disciplining a team member. You might consider the following process to discipline a team member. Is the problem of the employee performance-based or behavioral-based? Performance-based is when a set target is set out for the employee and is not reaching his goal. Is it because of behavior, such as coming to work drunk? Consider the appropriate action, for example, a written warning or whatever your company is doing in its disciplinary process. And lastly, document the meeting, because record keeping is important for you as a manager. Being a manager is great because you have the power to mold people, to develop people, to motivate people, to look at processes. I wish you well in becoming the best manager you can be. And remember, have fun. I'm Claudina. Thank you for listening to me. Good luck with your online assessment.